Hey, nobody really cares. And it's liberating. This is your pipe date for Friday, December 6th, 2024. But first, some quick updates. Do you like my scarf? I crocheted it myself. I just finished recording the first track for an album I'm working on. The single is called A Wall. And I'm targeting the first week of January. Maybe the second week, we'll see. I'm really happy with how it sounds, and it's the first of 12 tracks for an album titled Crushing Days. I started working on the second track today. I'm going to put out a handful of singles early next year and hope to have the album out, we'll just say sometime in 2025. I'll see how it goes. It's all acoustic, and I think a different sound. I'm going for a bit of a coffee shop type sound, but it's me, so it's still going to be intense at times. And when I started planning this project, I was reluctant to share anything about the album. You don't know how these things are going to go. Is everything going to go as planned? Am I going to change my mind or change directions? But then I was reminded of something that was said by a jazz pop artist I follow closely. And I forget how he put it, but essentially he said, nobody really cares. And this is something that I have learned and I've been reminded of throughout my social media journey. Is that the things that I obsess about and I stress about potentially sharing, nobody's really paying that close attention. And even if they are and things go poorly or you do something embarrassing, people move on so quickly these days. And I mean, this summer I was really stressed about releasing a bunch of political music for the upcoming election. It was scary and people were upset. And it was tough at times, but everyone moves on. And it's really those risky and scary things that are going to propel you towards success. Or failure, but the thing with failure is, like I said, nobody cares, and if they do, it's pretty short-lived. So because of that, I decided to share a bit more transparency on what I'm working on. After all, I need content like we all do. And if I was to work on this album and lock myself in a closet, I didn't like the prospect of not talking to anybody for months while I worked on the album. So what do you think? Do you ever worry about how something you share might be perceived? Or how do you approach risk-taking? Or even how do you approach sharing unfinished work? I typically want to be deliberate in my plans and follow through in the things that I share I want to do. I don't want to lie to everybody and say I'm going to do something and then it doesn't happen. But then I also realize I can also be honest about that if something goes wrong. Anyways, let me know how you're doing. Pipe out.